Alison in Windsor, what is your question for Jim Waterston?
Hi Emma, hi Jim. I'm calling on behalf of Queensland Parents for Secular State Schools. The reviewers of the Religious Instruction Program Connect had many concerns, including that the Connect materials contained extensive references to death, sin and punishment, that they are too violent and that they had the potential to cause students emotional and psychological harm.
What's your question, Alison?
Okay,
I think we've covered that a bit.
Given the reviewers' very serious concerns and lack of information about programs being provided to parents by schools, my question is, why aren't schools seeking informed consent from parents, and why can't the department ensure that they follow policy?
I think this is a follow-up question for you, Jim Waterston. So
thanks, Alison. As you know, your organisation has worked closely with us. And so in terms of the informed consent, we've been working on a new template that schools will use, which will be available in mid-April. And so my understanding is that that meets with your approval, and so that will assist us going forward. But in terms of the review that was done, we've adopted all of the recommendations, and you'll know that we're working through the different curricula that are used in religious education programs. So we think we're moving forward proactively, and we think we're sort of dealing with some of those issues that you're referring to. So I think the way to keep doing this is to, as you have been and through your associations, to keep working with us and making sure that everyone's needs are met.
Jim, you mentioned that template. We certainly were asked for our input as stakeholders, and we put back an option that was far more extensive information to parents than the draft one given to us by the department. And the other thing is that we were told that it would be an optional form for schools to give to parents if they chose to. And our concern is that unless the department mandates schools to provide that information via that template to parents, then we're in exactly the same position as we are now, where the policy provides guidelines and considerations for principals to give information to parents about RI and the program, but we know, and the department knows, that there's a widespread lack of compliance by schools in doing that at this point.
Okay.
Is it going to be optional or is it going to be mandatory?
So Alison, we consult with lots of stakeholders, so we're continuing to do that. So we think we've got a result that will meet the needs of the broader population out there. And so the template will be released in April, as I said, and we think it meets the needs of people that want to have religious education, and also those people that don't want to have their children involved in religious education.
Okay, well, April then we might be checking back as well.
Sure.
Then. Jim, it's 5:30. Monique on the Gold Coast.